It really is a stage to forget. We had the means to be amongst the frontrunners, and we didn't even get into the top 10. It's a disappointment. We retain the green jersey. At least that's something.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Pyrenean stage. Monte, Balès, Persourde. These are mountain passes that are regularly scaled by the riders on the Tour de France. Although there might be nothing unusual in the route, we may see the general classification turned upside down at the end of this stage. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
It really is a stage to...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Pyrenean stage. Monte, Balès, Persourde. These are mountain passes that are regularly scaled by the riders on the Tour de France. Although there might be nothing unusual in the route, we may see the general classification turned upside down at the end of this stage.
The stage is fairly short today, guys, and it's a downhill finish. There's a good chance that it will be high tempo from start to finish. Good luck!
Acceleration at the head of the peloton. He's trying to bridge the gap.
Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed.
Counter-attack inside the peloton.
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Revealed to the general public after his victory in the 2016 Brittany Classic, Oliver Nason is today one of the leading protagonists in the Flanders Classics. The breakaway can't widen the gap. The intermediate sprint is looming for the front of the race. The first 15 riders score points towards the green jersey.
The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees have difficulties getting all the way to the finish. The car... The Monte is classified as first category. It will therefore earn 10 points for the first rider over the top.
Okay, consumer feed.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway. You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey. It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The riders now begin the descent to the Col de Monte. They must stay vigilant because the way down is fairly technical.
¡Les aprieta! ¡Vamos!
The bonk bag is coming up for the men in front.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Eyes, the climb. First 7 kilometers are fairly easy, but then it gets steep with little respite. You're going to have to grit your teeth.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well. With his ruler climber profile, Maximilian Schachmann is a young German rider with plenty of promise when it comes to the general classification and stage races.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The gap isn't changing much.
Continuez comme ça. Allez, lâchez rien. Vamos, chicos. Allez, continuez comme ça. Allez, les gars. Vamos, les gars, c'est bien. Allez, les gars, chavales. Allez, les gars. Vamos, campeones.
The riders are beginning the hard part of the Port of Balais climb. 12 kilometers at an average close to 8%. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
chicos, ánimo. Venga, los chicos, muy bien.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
Un poco más, venga. Venga, apretar un poco más. ¡Bravo, Liga! Venga, apretar un poco. Vamos, chicos, ánimo.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
Así, sois los mejores. Vamos, chicos, muy bien. Bravo, Liga. Allez, courage, les gars, allez plus vite. Courage, continue. Venga, chavales. Venga, apretar un poco más.
¡Vamos, chicos, ánimo! ¡Muy bien, muy bien!
Bravo, les gars, c'est bien.
Bravo, les
¡Vamos, campeones!
¡Vamos, chicos, ánimo! ¡Venga, apretad un poco más!
Continuez comme ça.
¡Vamos, chicos!
Allez, les gars. Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Bravo, les gars. Así, sois los ánimo. Venga, vamos, chicos, más. Ya lo tienes. Hop, hop, hop,
Given its length and the steepness of its slopes, the Port de Balès obviously carries all category label. It will earn 20 points for the first rider over the top. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
Bravo, les gars, c'est bien.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
¡Eso es, chavales! ¡Vamos, chicos, ánimo!
Venga, apretar un poco. Sí, señor, sois muy buenos. Venga, chavales.
¡Vamos, chicos, ánimo!
Dale ahí, que ya. Bravo, les gars. Allez, les gars, courage.
¡Sí, señor!
Bien, les gars, allez, allez. Ánimo, ánimo. Bravo, les gars. Bravo, les gars. Un poco más, venga, les gars.
¡Venga, chavales!
Allez, les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va. Vamos, chicos. Allez, les gars, courage. Venga. Eso es, chavales. Venga, dale ahí. Venga, apretad un poco. Así, sois los mejores. Arriba, chavales. Vamos, chicos.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
polka dot jersey has enough lead to be sure to keep it today.
I'll relay.
Ahí, ya es tuyo.
Uy, venga, dale. Here we go. Here we go. Bravo! Yeah.
Venga, eso es, dale. Venga, chavales. Eso es, chavales.
The head of the race will soon begin the Col de Pesud climb. This is one of the great classics of the Tour de France, and the riders know it well.
Ahí, dale. Vamos.
Eso es, vamos ahí, arriba.
The race is on to the Col de Pesud, the last climb of the day.
Arriba, chavales, dale.
Venga, ánimo.
There will be time bonuses at the top of the Pesud climb. 8, 5 and 2 seconds. Not to mention the points for the mountains classification.
Sí, sois los mejores.
Attack behind you! Okay, I'll follow any attacks. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Venga, dale ahí. Muy bueno, sí señor, sois muy buenos. Vamos, campeones.
Dale ahí, que ya lo tenéis.
Venga, apretad un poco más. Chicos, muy bien. Muy bueno, sí señor, sois muy buenos.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
There will be 10 points to be had for the first to the top of Perzul. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
Venga, apretad un poco más. Vamos, chicos, ánimo.
Vamos, chicos, chavales. Venga, apretad un poco más. Vamos, chicos.
¡Ánimo, ánimo! ¡Así somos los mejores!
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Venga, chavales. Muy bueno, sí, señor, sois muy buenos. Que ya lo tenéis.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Less than a kilometre from the summit. One man is leading the race. He looks well set to win.
¡Sí, señor! ¡Más venga! ¡Eso es! ¡Vamos, aguanta!
Eso es. Venga, eso es. Dale, venga, ánimo. Vamos, campeón. Vamos, aguanta.
A lone rider sets off on the descent. The descent is not very challenging. It will be difficult to change the race situation.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Go on. He will finish alone and will soon be able to raise his arms. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Behind! The yellow jersey is moving onto the offensive.
Vamos, un poco más, ya lo tienes.
Last kilometre.
The breakaway is 1 kilometre from the finishing line. Watch out! The yellow jersey is trying to get away. We mustn't let him.
Gentlemen, applaud him. He's a he.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. We retain the green jersey. Well done, guys. Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. We retain the green jersey. Well done, guys. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. You'll have to be there on the final climb if we are to...
Allez, 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 fonce, 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 allez.